Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 7 we're doing. And so far, I mean, this season's been great. And last episode, we sort of had a bit of a reveal with the mole being revealed to be Mechmaru. But Mechmaru, as far as I remember, and as long as I'm understanding it correctly, Mechmaru was doing it because they had basically a pact, and they both had to follow, both Mechmaru and the Ghetto squad had to follow the rules of the pact, because that's how pacts work. And so essentially he gave them information, and in exchange they gave him a proper body that isn't going to get burned by moonlight anymore. And now he's trying to get the information, Mechmaru is trying to get the information over to Gojo in time before Ghetto and fuck, what's his name? It's not Nanami. Nanami's the overtime guy. Why can't I remember his name? Anyway, before shapeshift dude kills him. So I think I'm caught up. I think I remember everything that's happening. I kind of did that recap to catch myself up on what happened as well. Not because it's been a long time since the last episode, because it's only been a week since the previous episode, but because this past week, you may have noticed this channel has been filled with One Piece live action videos. I've been doing a One Piece live action every day, so every other show has sort of like gone to the back of my mind while I was focused so much on One Piece. But now I'm finished with One Piece live action, so we're back to regularly scheduled programming. So yeah, we're gonna be jumping into JJK Season 2 Episode 7. Support the video if you can, please. I love all of you. Really, if you're watching this video, I love you. Unless you're mean, then I don't love you, really. But, I mean, maybe I still like you. So, support the video if you can. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff helps me out. Especially comments. I love reading comments. And in the description, you'll... oh, my God. In the description, you'll find my Patreon account where there's the full-length reaction, so you can sync it up with your own footage and watch it with me, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So, go check that out. Anyway, let's do it. Let's jump into Season 2, Episode 7 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my god, we're starting off with crazy shit. My god. That pose looks familiar. Ultimate Mechmaru mode, absolute armored puppet, ultimate Mechmaru. Oh my god. That's so long. Mahito, that's his name. So you're planning to exercise Mahito? That's gonna be tough. Although you've got a pretty massive mech suit. Oh! If only that would work. But it doesn't. Oh! Oh, his feet were like three-toed. Whoa, look at that. What an image. So if you can't damage his soul, what are you gonna do? Oh my gosh. I feel like giant robots are never the ones to win in anime. I guess except if it's like a Gundam anime. But I haven't seen Gundam anime, so I wouldn't know. Oh my god, he's using a lot of charge. Okay. Is he gonna reach in, try to grab him? Oh? With what? 4 chances, okay. Oh! Well, if he has 4 chances, he's not gonna hit the first one. Oh! He hit the first one! Oh! Oh! That's awesome. Okay, but it didn't kill him. But did it do permanent damage? Can he not reform his arm now? My god, he went flying. Uh-huh. Right. But he's probably smaller now. He's probably lost a significant chunk, you know, like Play-Doh. You can reform the Play-Doh to make it look like you didn't lose it. Moment I get what? Oh god. 5 years? This was a 5 years of charge, so it better do something. Oh my god. Holy shit, he transformed into like a little rat. And now he's a monkey? And back to a smaller monkey and then a bird? This is crazy. Okay, so he doesn't know. I think it's specifically the gun ones that will affect his soul. Oh. Did that one hit his soul? Or did that just hit his body? That was just a body, but now he's gonna go for the soul maybe? Yep, here we go. Oh my god, so dramatic, this animation. It's crazy. Oh. Domain expansion? Oh god. Oh my. Wait. Oh, did he hit the outside of the domain or is he in the domain? I think he's in the domain with him. Yeah, he is. Shit. I mean, I don't know what you could do now. I think you're fucked, Mechmaru. Unless he's not in the mech. He like ejected from the mech maybe? Uh-huh. Oh. Holy shit. How does it work? Simple domain? Oh! My girl Miwa! Was it using her as an example of a simple domain? Okay, he knows. Yep. Okay. So even though he's in a domain, he can use the simple domain in that domain to affect him? Is that what they were saying? Oh, are you challenging Geto? Uh-oh. Oh, I don't know if you can fight Geto, man. Oh, don't die. Oh, don't die before you see Miwa. Oh. My god. It wasn't even Geto, it was Mahito. Oh. Okay. He's gonna Mechmaru to defend him. Oh my god. Oh, this music. Man, the art this episode is crazy looking. Like, look at that. All the colors. Looks like a different show. Looks like a Trigger anime. Did he get it? Oh, we're cutting back to Miwa? That's okay. I can have Miwa on screen 24/7. If they just put like a little Miwa in the corner for every episode, I would be okay with that. She's so sweet. Yes, he was just a baseball machine. A pitching machine. Oh god. Oh no, does this all mean he's dead? If they're doing this to me. Damn.
2018年10月31日19時ちょうど
Who's
東急
this?
百貨店東横店を中心に
Okay. Oh god. Does this mean Mechmaru is dead? I think it does. They wouldn't have just left him alive there. What the fuck, guys? Stop it. Oh, that's the veil. Shit. So is it beginning? I think it's beginning. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? Okay. So regular people are trapped. Huh. Okay. Thanks, man. Well, they've got a plan for Gojo, right? That's the whole... They wanted to trap Gojo with something? Ah. Wait, so they can't break the veil because it's not stopping them, so it's like it's not there? Is that what they're saying? Whoa. A teacher? Kusakabe. Yeah. This is weird. It's like kind of worrying, but nothing bad's happening yet, really? Oh. That is pretty fucked. Oh, is that Gojo? It is. Okay, 8:31, he arrived. No! Just as he arrived, we're about to see why shit's gonna go wrong. It seems like it's all beginning now. Like, this is where shit's about to go down, because it was actually not the kind of start I expected it to be. I didn't think they would just trap people in and then just go, now we just wait for Gojo to turn up. Like, we're not gonna do anything. I thought, you know, if they were going to do something like that, there's going to be, you know, curse users there, standing in there, slaughtering people, and going like, hey, if Gojo doesn't arrive, we'll kill 10 more people every second or whatever. But no, they're just, you know, they didn't even show themselves. They just put a veil over and hang out and wait until Gojo shows up. So I have no idea what's going on. Like, what are they going to do? But they did say in season 1, like, that the plan was to... What? So, hang on. Did they say... They said you gotta trap Gojo, and then the other was to... Was it to recruit Sukuna, or was it to utilize Sukuna, or make sure Sukuna's out of commission? Like, I think there was something to do with Sukuna in there. In their plans, but the main thing I remember is like I think they've got a way to trap Gojo, which makes a lot of sense because like I think with this show, the way it's you know written, the way that we have come to expect the show to be, you can't beat Gojo, so you must trap him or make him unable to help somehow. So I think they have some sort of way to contain him. I imagine the containment won't be permanent. Like, even they don't even expect it to be permanent, I imagine. I would think it's like, we found a way to trap Gojo for 24 hours, and so we're gonna do everything we can in that time or whatever, because no one can stop us if Gojo's not around. I think that's what they'll be thinking. So the first half of the episode was all the Mechmaru versus Mahito fight. And by the way, I think Mechmaru's probably got a real name, doesn't he? I keep calling him Mechmaru, but Kokichi Muta. Cool, my notes have helped. So Kokichi Muta, let's call him Kokichi. Kokichi. Which Kokichi is the name of Danganronpa V3 character. That is an amazing character. Anyway, so it was Kokichi versus Mahito. And I think it was a very cool fight. There was a lot of like interesting animation with some different colors. Like, you know, it reminded me a lot of Trigger's animation, where it was like, I guess it was kind of off model. A lot of Trigger animation allows itself to be like stretchy and cartoony, you know, not quite to the extent of like rubber hose animation or whatever, but that idea, with also a lot of like, I guess, thick lines in the drawings and a lot of movement. It reminded me of Trigger, in several of those sections, and it was still pretty cool. I mean, I say still pretty cool as if Trigger isn't cool. Trigger is awesome, and it was very awesome seeing it applied to a battle like this. But it was a cool battle, but I think Kokichi might be dead, or, I mean, I don't think we saw him die, right? We saw them going towards each other, and then it cut to the Miwa scene, which heavily implies that he died, because that's like the biggest death flag ever, right? Miwa sitting next to Mechmaru and going like, you know, I really like how close we got to each other, and I hope we can just get closer in the future. Like, that's death flag number 1. So the fact that they cut to that death flag and then cut back to Mahito walking away going, well, that's dealt with, you know. At the very least, Mahito and Geto think he's dead, unless he has something else that up his sleeve. Kokichi has something else up his sleeve somewhere. But I have no idea. He put up a good fight though. Mahito is crazy because we've already defeated him. Like, so Nanami faced Mahito, and it was kind of, I guess, a tie a little bit, you know? Like, he seemed to injure Mahito, and he was like, I'm gonna retreat. So, like, that I would consider a tie. And then Nanami and Yuji beat Mahito. Like, I would call that a beatdown. They defeated him, I would say. But Mahito just escaped with his life. And now, Mechmaru and Mahito, until the end there, it seemed like Mechmaru won that battle, but then Mahito prevailed. But it's like, every time someone figures out how to damage his soul and has a good plan for it, they do it, but he still perseveres. Like, it's crazy. I'm so shocked they haven't offed him yet. Like, he felt like a cool first villain, you know, to show off, like, what these villains are like. But I thought, you know, they'd be disposing of him anytime soon. But he keeps coming back, which I think I'm okay with, because he's terrifying. But also, like, I kind of want to see some other stuff. I want to see fewer Mahito fights in the future, but I don't know. I guess it depends how they utilize him, you know? As long as in the future he's not just like the primary target for many, many more scenes, and they have they change it up a bit, then I think it'll be fine. And I trust this show. They seem to know what they're doing with their pacing and their characters and stuff, so it'll be good. So the simple domain thing, I hope I was understanding that correctly, because I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen's power system is very cool, but it's tricky to follow exactly what's going on until a few rewatches later for me. But from what it seemed like, there's domains, and you can do a domain expansion to spread your domain into a, you know, big area, and then when someone's in your domain, it's guaranteed hit. So what he did was he created a simple domain within Mahito's domain, so he got a guaranteed hit on Mahito. Mahito then released his technique and used his power to explode his own body to make it seem like he died in that moment. But that was how they did it. And they showed the simple domain through Miwa, because Miwa uses simple domains, and she did in season 1, where she creates a circle around herself, and anyone who enters that circle she's got a guaranteed hit on. So that was cool that they showed Miwa there, because it helps as like here's what Mechmaru is inspired by, as well as here is an example of simple domains that we've seen in the show already. So pretty cool. Honestly though, like it seems like I guess it being called simple domains makes it seem like a really simple technique. I imagine it's a very difficult thing, and it sounds like from what he was talking about, it wasn't a super common technique. But it seems, you know, like a pretty solid counter to domain expansion, which domain expansion has been shown to be like, this is the height of Jujutsu sorcery, this is the most powerful thing. And a lot of this show has been showing characters overcoming it, you know? At least three times, right? We've seen when Gojo overtook Jogo's domain with his own domain. We've seen the simple domain, overtaking or like being able to damage him while in his domain. And we've seen when Yuji broke the domain from the outside and went in, and then Sukuna killed Mahito. So twice Mahito's domain has kind of failed. Poor guy. But yeah, anyway. I just think it's interesting. Like, I mean, obviously, that's kind of the you know, the show wouldn't be as interesting if there weren't ways to counter the domains. It's just funny that we've seen so many counters to it already. Anything else I want to talk about? No, not really. Not really. I'm just excited for next week. I can't wait to see what happens now that Gojo's here. I feel like it's probably going to be a few weeks of us losing until we start to turn it around. Like, it's going to be rough, I feel like. But I guess let's find out. So thanks for watching. That was Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 7. Support the video if you can, liking, commenting, subscribing. And in the description is my Patreon account. There's full-length, early access, exclusive videos. There's a VIP tier if you want to request a reaction from me. There's a lot of stuff. It's worth checking out. But thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.